Thiruchitrambalam, Hara Hara Nama Parvati Padaye, Hara Hara Mahadeva, Sitsabesa, Sivasidambaram, Tenarudaya Sivane, Pochi Nattavarkum Niraiva, Pochi Thiruchitrambalam, Idakkum Makkadai Indamil Cheyulai, Nadakkum Mainmai, Namakarul Seidida, Tadake, Indudai, Thal Sevi, Nilmudi, Kadakalichai, Karutul Irituva. உலகெலாம் உணர்ந்து ஓதற்கரியவன் நிலவுலாவிய நிர்மலி வேணியன் அலகில் சோதியன் அம்பலத்து ஆடுவான் மலர் சிலம்படி வாழ்த்தி வணங்குவான். சைவத்தின் மேற்சமயம் வேறிலை அதில் சார் சிவமாம் தெய்வத்தின் மேற் தெய்வம் இல்லனும் நான்மறை சம்பருள் வாய்மை வைத்த திருத்தேவாரமும் திருவாசகமும் இவை தரச் செய்த நால்வர் பொற்றாள் எம்முயிர் துணையே. மலர்பிசைய எனும் மாலும் காணுதற்கரிய வள்ளல் பலபுகழ் வெண்ணிநல்லூர் ஆவணப் பழமை காட்டி உலகு உய்ய ஆண்டுகொள்ள பெற்றவர் பாதம் முன்னே தலைமிசை வைத்து வாழும் தலைமையினும் தலைமையாகும் தில்லை வாழ் அந்தனரை முதலாக சீர்படைத்த தொல்லையதாம் திருத்தொண்ட தொகையடியார் பதம் போற்றி ஒல்லையவர் புராண கதை உலகறிய விரித்து உரைத்த செல்வமலி குன்றத்துள் செக்கிழார் அடி போற்றி. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். Dear devotees, welcome back to Periyapuranam Discourse series. Today we are here to continue the great, wonderful history of Upper Burman. So far we have discussed three parts of Thirunavukkarasu Nayanar Puranam. Today we're going to cover the part 4. So for now, Thirunavukkarasu Swamigal along with Upper Burman, both of them are in Thiruvillimalai. They got blessed by the Almighty Lord Shiva. Shiva gave them gold coins every day for Thirunavukkarasu Swamigal in East Peter, and then Upper Swami in West Peter. And then months went by, life back to normal, with the blessings of the Almighty Lord Shiva. It started raining, and Thiruvillimalai started to restore the old prosperity again. Then, as Swami stated before, he stopped giving them the gold coin, and also now it's time for both Paramacharyas to resume their pilgrimage once again. Because if you think about it, when they came to Thiruvillimalai, everything was fine. It was raining good, and everyone had access to food, no drought, nothing. All of a sudden, it became a worse, severe drought. There were no rains for a few months. So 5 to 6 months, there were no rain. And that time, Swami was blessing them with the gold coins and also with food and everything. Then it started raining. Probably it would have taken another few months to get back to the normal life, because they have to cultivate everything. So it takes time. So literally, the Yards of the Swamigal and Upper Burman were expected to be to spend around 1 year in Thiruvillimalai, maybe 1 year or more than that, more or less. So great. Thiruvillimalai is a very, very important temple. Here is where Lord Vishnu prayed to Thiruvillinara Swami, and he did Archana of 1,000 lotus flowers. When he completed 999 flowers, then Lord Shiva, then somehow he hit the last flower. Then Vishnu gave his eyes to Lord Shiva. His eyes equal to lotus. Shiva blessed him with Sudarshana Chakra. So very, very important temple. Every Shaivit must visit the temple. Then now, both Paramacharyas and Thirunavukkarasu Burman and Upper Swamigal worshipped Lord Villinatha Swami, Sudarabhujambihai goddess, and they resumed their pilgrimage. And they went around several other temples they visited, and then they reached Thirumaraikkad, Vedaranyam. A wonderful event happened there. So when they reached Vedaranyam, they saw the devotees were entering the temple to a different passage instead of the main entrance, main doors. Then both Paramacharyas asked the devotees in Thirumaraikkad, why are the people are going through a different passage instead of main door? And they said, several thousand years ago, 4 Vedas, Rig, Yajur, Sama, Dharma, the Vedas, did Shiva puja to Vedaranyeshwarar, and after completing the puja, the Vedas locked the main door, and then they went away. Ever since, the doors were locked, and no one had the ability to unlock them because it was Veda mantra. It was locked by mantras, not by any physical locks. It was locked by mantras. There needs to be an equal mantras of Vedas that could unlock the same door. And so the main doors were locked, closed for several thousand years. The devotees had no other choice other than going to another entrance to worship the Lord. Then Thirunavukkarasu Swamigal told Upper Burma, the main entrance was sealed by Vedas. The main entrance cannot be locked and closed all the time. It needs to be open. I would like the devotees to go and worship Vedaneshwar Swami through the main doors. So, Upper Swami, could you please sing a padigam so that the closed door will open again? Then Upper Swami, Thirunavukkarasu made a humble request to Upper Swami. Upper Swami took it as an order. Then Upper Swami sang a wonderful, remarkable padigam, Tamil padigam. The door got opened when he completed his 10th song. When he finished the song, when he finished the padigam, the door opened. The padigam was Thiruchitrambalam. Panninner moli alvumai pangaro மண்ணினார் வலம் செய்மறை காடரோ கண்ணினால் உமை காண கதவினை திண்ணமாக திறந்தருள் செய்மினே. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம், fifth திருமறை. Wonderful padiyam. Swami did not open the door until 9th song. So when he completed 10th song, Swami opened the door. The doors of Vedaranyeswara temple got opened. And then everyone got surprised and they were full of joy. Upper Swami paid his respect to Upper Swami, and Upper Swami as well paid his respect back to Thirunavukkarasu Swami. All Shiva devotees entered through the main doors now and worshiped the Lord inside. Upper Swami and Thirunavukkarasu, both of them had a great darshan of Thirumarikad to Ishwarar. And then they completed their worship, they came out of the temple, and now Upper Swami made a request to Thirunavukkarasu, could you please sing a padigam so that the door will be closed again? Thirunavukkarasu took it as an order again, and he said, Thiruchitrambalam, சதுரம் மறைதாம் துதி செய்து வணங்கும் மதுரம் பொழில் சூழ் மறை காட்டுரை மைந்தா இது நன்கிறைவை தருள் செய்க எனக்கும் கதவம் திரு காப்பு கொள்ளும் கருத்தாலே. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். Wonderful. Thirunavukkarasu Swami sang a wonderful padigam in Indralampan. But this time, the moment he completed the first song of the padigam, the doors got closed immediately. For Upper Swami, the door got opened only when he completed the 10th song. So for Thirunavukkarasu, he closed the door in the first song itself. So this made Upper Swami think that we did something wrong. The Lord was not interested to open the door, but we sang the padigam, he just opened it. Because he closed the door immediately the moment Samatha Swami completed his first song. He was spending a restless night, unable to fall asleep, thinking of that saying, we shouldn't have done it. Finally, he fell asleep, and the Lord Shiva appeared in his dream, told Upper, follow me, I am in Thiruvaimur, follow me. Then he woke up, and then he started walking towards the Thiruvaimur, one of the Saptavraga temple. And then when he was walking towards Thiruvaimur, all of a sudden Lord Shiva appeared disguised as a Shiva devotee, and then started walking ahead of him. Then Upper Swami started following him. Then Upper Swami tried to catch him, but could not. In the meantime, Samantha Perumal somehow realized that Upper Swami was not keeping well. Then he went and asked the devotees in Upper Swami Mat, where is Upper Swami? They said he just left for Thiruvaiyur at midnight. Then Samantha Swami also started walking towards Thiruvaiyur. And then he managed to catch up Upper Swami. So Swami, Lord Shiva, as a Shiva the devotee, walking first, followed by Upper Swami, then Upper Swami followed by Samantha Swami. All of them are going towards Thiruvaiyur. At one point in time, Lord Shiva suddenly disappeared in a temple of complete gold on the side of the road, and they were walking on, and then Swami entered the temple and disappeared. Upper Swami followed him and entered the temple, but he could not have a darshan of Swami. Tears rose in his eyes. In the meantime, Samantha Brahman also joined Upper Brahman. And then Upper Brahman sang a wonderful padiyam, Tirupatiyam. And in that padiyam, Thiruvaiyur Tirupatiyam, he said he Swami was not giving him a darshan. Then he said, "திறக்கப்பாடிய எண்ணினும் செந்தமிழ் உரைப்பு பாடி அடைப்பித்தாரும் என்றார் மறைக்கவல்லரோ தம்மை திருவாய்மூர் விரைக்குள் செஞ்சடையார் இவர்த்தரே." Swami, there's much more better devotee standing next to me. Trinyana Samatha Parvan. You may hide yourself from me, but you cannot hide yourself from Trinyana Samatha Swami. He will get the darshan anyhow. As I'm right next to him, I will also get the darshan. Why are you trying to hide yourself? Wonderful song. And then Lord Shiva gave his darshan to Trinyana Swami first. Then Trinyana Swami showed Upper Burman, Lord Shiva darshan came. Which means nothing wrong happened on that day, yesterday, because it was Trinyana Swami who asked Upper Swami to sing a padiyam to open the door. So here Lord Shiva made sure that Upper Swami got the darshan after Trinyana Swami had the darshan. So just a conclusion, then Upper Swami back to, then he was happy, full of joy. And they had a great darshan of Thiruvaiyur. Upper Swami also sang a wonderful Thiruchitrambalam as well. Then they were back to Thiruchitrambalam temple, worshipping for some time. And now there's a big turning point in the story of Upper Swami. They were Trinyana Swami and Upper Swami were in Thiruchitrambalam at this, and there were two devotees came from Pandyanadu to meet with Trinyana Parvan. And one of them were Kulacharya Burman. One of them were the two devotees from Pandyanadu actually. At this time, Pandyanadu was completely immersed in Jainism. Pandyanadu was Shaiva country ruled by goddess Meenakshi Devi and Sopasundara. But unfortunately, Pandya at that time, the king of Pandyanadu, Nayanmar, completely got himself immersed in Jainism. He forgot all the great philosophies of Shaivism. His wife, a wonderful and ardent devotee of Lord Shiva, Birati Mangekarasu Nayanar. She was the daughter of Chola king. She was born in Palayari. So then Mangekarasu was really worried about it, how it used to be in the past. Such a great country of Shaivism, now fallen down. Everywhere they could see only Jainism. And they couldn't see anyone who wears vibhuti. Trinyana Swami in his padiyam said, "Neetrimeniyarai melutra kaatrukollavum illa mararai." Someone who wears vibhuti, the air that he inhales and he breathes, even that itself is untouchable. That's how the Chinese gurus treated them. So she was praying to Almighty Lord Shiva every day, when will we get the glory back, Shaivism back in our kingdom. Then she heard about Trinyana Parvan, got blessed by Thoniyapar and Periyapuranam. He got the holy milk from Goddess Parvati itself, and she was hoping Trinyana Swami could come to Pandyanadu save Shaivam. That was her only intention. So she asked Kulachirayar, the chief minister of Pandinadu, to send this message to Thirunavukkarasu. Swami Kulachirayar sent two messengers to Thirumarekadu with this message, and they conveyed the message to him. And then, the moment they conveyed the message, Thirunavukkarasu Swami wanted to see the two devotees first, because there were only two devotees in Pandinadu at that time. One was Mangetkar Tayar, another one was Kulachire Nayanar. Only two of them were following Shaivism. The rest of them were following Jainism. We will talk about this in detail when we think through Thirunavukkarasu Puranam. Since we are discussing Upper Swami Puranam, we will stay focused on Upper Swami Puranam. So Sambandar decided to go to Madurai to put an end to Jainism and to revive Shaivism. And he sent a word to the messenger sent by Mangetkar Tayar Kulachiraya saying he would be visiting Madurai very soon. Don't worry, I will be there. Then Upper Swami tried to stop Samandar Perumal from visiting Madurai. He told Upper Swami told Samandar Swami, the Jain gurus were wicked. I know them very well. Their treachery as well. I have suffered a lot from them. And I will never allow you to go and confront those people in Madurai. Because Upper Swami went through unimaginable experience in the hands of Jains. We discussed in the part 1 and part 2 of these classes, right? They gave him they put him in they gave him a poison food. They sent him in front of a mad elephant, and they tied him on a rope and threw it in sea and so on. So he'd been through all this, but he knows them very well. They would go to any level to save their religion. So he was not comfortable to send Periyapuranam to Madurai. Samandar Perumal replied, no one can harm us as we are protected by Lord Shiva. We chant the names, the mantra of Lord Shiva, Panchakshara, no one can harm us. I shall make the king himself clean up the Jainism and revive Shaivism. Please stay here till I come back victoriously. Trust me. Then Thirunavukkarasu Swami, at that time he sang wonderful Padiyam. Tanuru Kolumnalum Adiyari Vandu Naliyadavanda Murisi. Anasur Malay Vodum Adiyarvalvanil Arasalvarani. Then Upper Swami got convinced. Everything is happening by the blessings of Lord Shiva. Upper Swami then Thirunavukkarasu Swami went to Pandinadu. Then Upper Swami started doing his own pilgrimage again. He went to Palayare, Vadadali, like I said, Mangetkar was grown up there at that time, in that city, Palayare, Vadadali. There was a Shiva temple in Palayare, Vadadali, completely got transformed into a Jain temple. Upper Swami realized that Shiva was inside a Jain temple. And then he prayed to Lord Shiva, and then tried to go inside the temple, but both of them were cleverly concealed by the Jains. He couldn't go. They didn't let him go inside. Upper Swami vowed that he wouldn't move away an inch from that place until he sees the Almighty Lord Shiva in the temple. And then they said, that's okay. We have no problem. You can continue to stand without any problem. Upper Swami was praying to Lord Shiva. Then Shiva appeared in the dream of Chola king and said, my idol in the Vimana of my temple lay concealed by others. My ardent devotee, Thirunavukkarasu, had vowed to get a glimpse of both of these. You must fulfill his wishes immediately and clean up whoever are blocking him. Then the king got up right away, and then he rushed to the temple, and he saw that it was just still a Jain temple. Chola king told the two ministers, and all of them gathered, and then they were gathered in front of the Vadadari Jain temple. Then he was inquiring what happened. Then Upper Swami said, Lord Shiva is inside. Somehow it was sealed by this Jain temple. They're not allowing me to go inside. And then he asked the Jain people, is it a Jain temple or a Shiva temple? No, is it a Jain temple? Then let's go, let's inspect. And he sent his ministers to inspect the temple. Then the minister could see the Vimanam and Shivalingam. They confirmed it's a Shiva temple. Then immediately the king arrested all the Jain gurus and sent them out of the country. Then Upper Swami was very happy. This is the king, and he went inside the temple, composed wonderful padigams, and worshipped Lord Shiva. And also, the king constructed a new Vimanam and prakara for the temple. He donated land, gold, and other things needed to perform the daily aradhana at the temple as per the rules of Shiva Vilas. Then the king got punished by employing the elephants as per the policy. Finally, Shaivism had defeated Jainism. Upper Swami continued his pilgrimage once again. He walked for so long and he became tired. He was heading towards Tirupanjili. He was thirsty and hungry, and Lord Shiva wished to revive his energy and strength, and he created a very cool pond and garden himself, disguised as Shiva devotee, and with a packet of food, wonderful, nice food, to offer to Upper Swami. Upper Swami came, and then he gave him this food. Upper Swami felt revived by the food and the cool water. Then Swami gave him a company until both of them reached Tirupanjili. Then Swami disappeared. Then he realized it was the Lord Shiva who gave me the food and who came along with me. Then he was so happy, and he prayed to Lord Shiva. Thirunavukkarasu Swami, then further, he wanted to go to Nadu. He went to Kanchipuram. He had a great darshan of Ekambreshwarar. Then he went around many temples on Nadu. Finally, he reached Kalahasti. From Kalahasti, he had a great darshan of Sri Kalahastishwarar and Kannappa Nayanar. And from Kalahasti, he so the Lord Shiva cultivated a new desire on Thirunavukkara Swami's heart to visit Sri Kailash. Kalahasti is considered south, the Kailash of South India. So Kailash is in North India and Kalahasti is in South India. So in South Kailash, which is called Kalahasti, Upper Swamigal decided to go and have a great darshan of Lord Shiva in Sri Kailash. So he went to Sri Shaivam. It was a long pilgrimage, and then he had a great darshan in he went to Gokarna, and then Sri Shaivam, and then from Sri Shaivam he went to Varanasi, Kashi Vishwanath, had a great darshan, and had a holy bath in Ganga. Then he started to head towards Mount Kailash. It was a very long pilgrimage and tough pilgrimage as well. He crossed very dangerous jungles and mountains on his path, all alone himself. No one accompanied him. He completely stopped eating, gave up sleeping, 24/7. With his intense love for Lord Shiva, kept him going on and on every day. During the dark nights, he continued his holy pilgrimage towards Kailash, and the poisonous snakes gave him lights by holding the gems on their head. The forest. He went through the very dense forest. Even devas could not enter. It was very dangerous. So his feet started to become very tired, and he could not bear his weight anymore. And he started losing his feet, and now he was trying to move forward on all the four limbs as he lost his feet. And soon after, his hands also got worn out right up to his wrist completely. He kept on walking without any food for several days, and then the limbs also got worn out. And finally, he started crawling on his chest and stomach. The flesh got torn into shreds, and now he could no longer crawl. He could hardly roll towards his destination. So he didn't give up. He kept it on and on by sheer willpower. When all his external limbs had forsaken him, he just laid on pathetically on his spot. But still, his heart went to Kailash already. Suddenly, Lord Shiva appeared as a Shiva devotee, a great saint, came towards him. And he asked him, "Who are you? Why are you punishing yourself in this manner? What makes you travel alone and get into this trouble?" Tapaswami replied, "Let me pay my respect to you, the great sage. I came here to reach Kailash by any method. My goal is to get a glimpse of Lord Shiva and Devi Parvati in Kailash." Then the hermit said, "Whoa, Parvati Parameshwar reside in Kailash. Do you think a mere mortal will be able to go there? A trivial human being can go there." Swami said, "My body will surely perish one day, but I wish to have a glimpse of Lord before my body falls." Swami said, "You need to go back. You don't have any other option. No one can go. Even Devas cannot enter, go to Kailash. You're just a human being. How can you go?" "No, I'm going to die one day anyway. My body will surely perish. So I'm not going to give up." Then Shiva disappeared. A voice was heard from the sky. "Navukkarasu, please stand up." All the damaged limbs grew back to his perfect health, and as if by a magic, Upper Swami got a new body now, a holy body, Jnana body. He regained his strength, body, and was not feeling weak or tired anymore. He fell down on the ground and paid his obeisance several times. Then he made a request to Lord, who spoke from the high. He knew it was Lord Shiva. "Swami, please grant me a glimpse of your darshan in Kailash. I seek nothing more." Then the voice from the sky said, "Navgrasare, immerse yourself in this pond, Manasarovar. You will rise in the pond of the golden lotuses of Thiruvayaru temple. I will bestow on you the glimpse of Kailash in Thiruvayaru temple." Upper Swami sang a wonderful Tirthandagam. சிற்றம்பலம் வேற்றாகி விண்ணாய் இன்றாய் போற்றி மீளாமையாளனை கொண்டாய் போற்றி ஊற்றாகி உள்ளே ஒளித்தாய் போற்றி ஓவாது சத்தத்து ஒளியே போற்றி ஆற்றாகி அங்கே அமர்ந்தாய் போற்றி ஆரங்கம் நால்வேதமானாய் போற்றி காற்றாகி எங்கும் கலந்தாய் போற்றி கைலை மலையானே போற்றி போற்றி. Then he immersed himself in the pond. Then he emerged from the water in the pond of golden lotuses of Thiruvayaru. He was overwhelmed by the great Shavadanim by Lord Shiva. So now Upper Swami is in Thiruvayaru. How he got the darshan of Mount Kailash from Thiruvayaru, we will cover that in the next class. Thiruchitrambalam. Thirunavukkarasu Nayanar Puranam தவமொழிகள் வாகி செவ்வாய்மைகள் பெருநாம சீர்பரங்கள் உருகின்றேன் பேருலகில் ஒரு நாவு குறை செய்ய ஒண்ணாமை உணராதே. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம் என்றும் இன்பம் பெருகும் மேல்வினால் ஒன்று காதலித்து உள்ளமோங்கிற மன்றுளாரடியார் அவர் வான்புகள் இன்றது எங்கும் நிலவி உலகலாம். திருச்சிற்றம்பலம்.